Hello guys, Survive Live. So today we're going to be going through the leaks from the Datamine that I got messages from like 6:58 in the morning, whatever. I felt like it'd be right to actually talk about it because I wanted to like go through them and talk about how they would affect like the Monotype metagame. And some of these Pokemon are legendaries, but in the Monotype Snake tournament, they're going to be doing Ubers. Most likely going to be doing Ubers at least. So I wanted to cover the legendaries as well. So let's start right off. We have Ultra Cosmo. He's a Psychic Dragon type, which is really unexpected to be honest. And if you didn't actually notice, this is actually Ultra Cosmo right here. If you see the eyes, see the offshoot rays of light and stuff like that, and then the neck area, it's the same thing as like this neck area and like these. I don't know what these are. I don't know what you'd call them. Ears? I don't know. But yeah, really cool design. So ability Neural Force boosts the damage of super effective attacks, which is basically like an expert belt / life orb, though we don't really know the multiplier. I'm assuming it's going to be 1.2. Anything higher would be kind of broken. 1.3 would be basically a life orb. I could see maybe like a 25% type thing, because Prism Armor reduces damage by 25%, so maybe it boosts damage by 25%. That could be really cool. So in terms of its base stats are ridiculous. Like, the speed is crazy, like really good, faster than most things in the Ubers tier. The attack and special attack are really good, like only 13 points lower than Mega Rayquaza. And then everything else is pretty, the defenses and HP are just decent, not crazy or anything. It does get the signature move Photon Geyser as well as Prismatic Laser. Photon Geyser does damage based off your special attack or your attack, whichever one is higher. And Prismatic Laser is basically a Psychic type Hyper Beam that you do have to recharge, and it's 10 points higher than Hyper Beam as well. So the ability is really cool because it does get the moveset to actually abuse it. So you'd run something like maybe Calm Mind, Photon Geyser, Earth Power, and Heat Wave, just so you can hit as many things as possible. You wouldn't really run Dragon coverage. It doesn't even get Draco, which is unfortunate. It does also get Swords Dance, which is cool. Because then you run Swords Dance, Photon Geyser, Earthquake, and maybe Knockoff. Or it does get Outrage, but you really wouldn't want to run Outrage like at all. Let's actually check the moveset. I don't think it gets Focus Blast, which kind of sucks because that would round off the Psychic coverage at least. Let's see if it gets Drain Punch. Does not get Drain Punch either. Do we get any type of fighting type attacks to help on the physical side at least? I don't think you do. Do you get Leech Life? You don't get Leech Life. Okay. So you're probably only going to see the special attacking is more than the physical attacking one. Though you could maybe see like a physical one with just like Photon Geyser, Earthquake, Swords Dance, and maybe Recover. Maybe like a more bulky set or something that I could see. Which is cool. It has to hold Ultra Necrozma Z. Which is weird because like I saw a video where somebody mega evolved their, I'm pretty sure it evolves from Duskwings or Dawnwings Necrozma, which is crazy. So I think they'll just ban both of them from Mono Ubers, or probably from Ubers, because you gotta have one of these to evolve into this behemoth of a Pokemon, which is like this. I'll show you a video of the Z move that it gets, like how big this Pokemon is. So next we have Duskmane Necrozma. We already know the typing, we already knew the ability. The stats are really good. The speed is awful. The special attack is whatever. Attack is really good. It basically lost, like if you look at in the team builder, this is Solgaleo, Lunala. Solgaleo has 97 speed, so it lost 20 points in speed, and Necrozma is even slower. Like, I don't understand how a fusion becomes slower, But considering it evolves into Ultra Cosmo, I guess it's understandable, I guess. I'm not sure. We look at its moveset. It does get Swords Dance, which regular Solgaleo doesn't actually get access to. You usually see like in Uber, you see like Zeus Z Splash, which is kind of like a one-time thing. You splash up, and once they bring in something to wall you or revenge kill you, would say Scarf Lunala, or you know, steal your boost with Marshadow. Then it's kind of used up. So it does get Swords Dance, which is really cool. Though at +2 you do not KO even a Spadef Primal Groudon, so it's still going to get tossed by Groudon in the tier, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's move on to the next Pokemon in Dawn Wings Necrozma. Psychic Ghost type, we already knew it shared the same typing as well as the same ability. Same deal where it lost the speed but gained the attacking prowess, and it kind of switched these stats around as well. We see in this moveset, it does get Calm Mind again. Heat Wave, it's probably going to run the same coverage that the Ultra Form runs. Well, you have to run this to evolve it anyway. So you probably be Calm Mind, maybe. I don't even know if you'd be Calm Mind, Moongeist Beam, Photon Geyser, and maybe you want to hit T-Tar, so maybe Earth Power or something like that. Because people are gonna try and Pursuit Trap you, so maybe Earth Power, or like it doesn't really get much to hit Dark types, which is like it kind of sucks. You don't really Hidden Power Fighting is kind of bad. I don't think it gets Focus Blast or anything, though it might, because Lunala does. It does not. Aura Spear. Nope. Yeah, so I think you'd have to run a Hidden Power, which will probably waste some move slots. So next we have Zeraora. This is the Pokemon I'm most hyped for. It is a physical electric type with the ability Volt Absorb. We look at the base stats, its speed is ridiculous. Base 143 outspeeds virtually everything in the Monotype tier that isn't a Scarfer or Mega Beedrill or Mega Sceptile. Mega Lopunny gets outsped, Tapu Koko gets outsped, and Greninja gets outsped. Those are like the 3 fastest mons in the tier. Its attack stat is pretty mediocre, if I'm being honest. Though I'm pretty sure you're gonna run Adamant, just because even with the Adamant nature, you're outspeeding Weavile by 2 points. You're still outspeeding Greninja. Tapu Koko cannot kill you because you're Volt Absorb you're on Electric, so you're gonna be running Zapdos to be able to check Koko anyway. And Koko cannot go for Electric type attacks with your Volt Absorb ability. And you with Plasma Fist. Adamant Plasma Fist with a Choice Band, it's gonna deal a lot of damage. We can actually do a quick calc right now. So let's put, I don't know, let's put Galvantula or something. Let's give that boy 112 attack stat. Let's give you max attack, Adamant, Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko, Thunder Punch, make that base 100, Adamant, Choice Band. Look at that damage. Tapu Koko takes 73 to 87% from a Choice Banded Plasma Fist, which is crazy to think about. So this thing's actually going to be really solid in my opinion. Gets close combat, like close combat plus knockoff is going to be really good versus normal. It also gets Drain Punch, but I doubt you'd use that much unless you're running like a bulk up set or something like that. You could see like maybe a mixed set with like Work Up, Plasma Fist, maybe close combat HPI, something like that. But that would be more like an OU set if anything, because you don't really need that coverage. I really wish you got Ice Punch, but for some reason they gave it like all these other moves but Ice Punch, which I don't completely understand. It does get Iron Tail, which is actually very important. because say you choose to run the Jolly, you will outspeed Scarf Tapu Bulu and can knock it out with an Iron Tail, as well as Fairy not actually having any good switch-ins besides for Klefki, which Klefki will not appreciate switching in on a Choice Banded Iron Tail, because you can just go for the Iron Tail, then double into your Zapdos, go for the Defog, and now they're going to bring in their Bulu, and then you can pivot out from there and play around it. So I really think Zeraora is going to be a really solid mon. So next we have UB Adhesive, which is named Heupel. It's a pure poison type, which we already knew. Gets the ability Beast Boost like all the other UBs. Its stats are really bad. I kind of wanted to skip over this real quick because the next mod is the one we're talking about. So Heupel actually evolves into Naganadel. I don't even want to talk about the moveset because it's gonna have the same moves as the evolution. So here's the evolution in Naganadel. Actually, keep scrolling down too much. Oh god, I don't want to reveal that, but whatever. Naganadel is a poison dragon type, which is really cool. In terms of poison, you get a mon that can actually beat down dragon. Totally reverses the matchup of dragon versus poison, which was actually known as probably one of the worst matchups in, I think, not this gen at all, like Gen 6. It was really bad. But this gen you got Toxapex, and now you got Naganadel as well. So, and then in terms of Dragon gets a mon that can actually hit fairy types that outspeeds a ton of them. But I don't think it's slower than Greninja, which by 1 point, but it does like hit a ton. Like it's probably going to be ran as a Scarfer on Dragon if anything. And maybe on Poison, probably like a nasty plot set with Z Dragonium or Choice Specs would be really good. So let's talk about the moveset. As I said, it does get Nasty Plot and it does get Draco Meteor, so you're definitely going to see like Nasty Plot, Dragonium, and then after that Dragonium is going to gain a speed boost or a special attack boost based on the set you're running. I'm assuming it's probably going to get a speed boost just so like you can't get revenge killed, because this at +1 is outspeeding virtually everything under the sun. You're actually even going to outspeed Excadrill at +1, which is very important for poison, because you can kill that thing with a Heat Wave. You kill the everything else is going to be fearful of a Draco Meteor, obviously, or a Z Draco. You don't even need to run Z, especially running like Choice Specs. This is why Beast Boost is really cool, because you can run like a Choice Specs and then get that speed boost, or you can get the attack boost. And Ground doesn't actually have good switches to Dragon anyway. And then in terms of like what Dragon would like, I mean, it hits Klefki, though. I mean, Dragon doesn't have any good switches to fairies, but this thing can revenge kill literally every fairy, and Klefki Fierce coming in because it does get Fire Blast. So this mod is going to be really good. Probably S rank, easily S rank or A+ or A rank, but I see this thing being A rank, like as good as Greninja, because this thing is so crucial to both types. Having a mon that can actually beat Fairy, with Dragon being like low mid tier right now, because Fairy just kind of dominates all over it. And Poison's actually pretty good in my opinion, but your other Scarfers are like what? I mean, the other slots for that is like what, Nihilego and Gengar, and they both don't. I don't see them being too much competition with this mon in my opinion. So next we have UB Assembly. This mon is complete garbage. Like really, it's really bad. Its attack set's really good. The typing is really bad, being weak to like what, fighting, ground, and water, which doesn't really help any of the types that it's on. Like there's no reason to run this mon at all. I wish it was like Rock Ghost, because that'd be really cool for like Rock having an immunity to fighting, as well as we already knew this thing would have ridiculous defenses, and Game Freak did not disappoint. More HP than Toxapex and really high attack. The defense is really good. Like, I want to see something. Shuckle. Okay, Shuckle still has more defenses. Oh, that's sad. Special attack is whatever. Spadef is pretty good. The speed is... I don't know why it's so slow, but I mean, we already figured it'd be really slow. And like, the design just screams that it's going to be slow and really tanky, but not that slow. It does get Stealth Rock, which is really cool. Gyro Ball. It's really cool. Gets Super Power. Like, it doesn't get Recovery, like, at all. Its best form of recovery is actually Recycle, so you'd have to run Recycle with a berry. It doesn't get, you know, I'd assume Recover. It does get Rest, so you got like Rest Talk. Maybe some Toxic Stall with Toxic Heavy Slam. I don't see it running that either. You'd be like Recycle, Toxic, Stealth Rocks, maybe Heavy. This mon isn't going to be viable in Monotype, so I kind of just want to skip through this real quick. So Blacephalon is going to be really cool. Its speed tier is kind of bad. It's not that good. Like for like fire would love it if this thing was faster than Latios. So you can just, you know, set up with it, because it does get Calm Mind. You can just set up with it and not have to worry about being revenge killed by anything on Dragon. Really, the only mon that can really take it on is Hydreigon. Being able to take on both of its stabs, but at +1, it's going to deal a lot of damage, especially if you're running a Z move with its new move, Mind Blown. It's going to be dealing a lot of damage. So, as I said, Mind Blown is its new ability. If you watch any of the channels, you already know what it does. I think it's base 150 fire type attack, and it deals like half your health just for using it. The thing that sucks about this mod is that it doesn't actually get like fighting coverage. Like, we can check its move pool right here. Focus Blast does not get Focus Blast. It obviously gets Hidden Power. It doesn't get Earth Power or like anything like that. Your last coverage move would be like, I think it would be Will-O-Wisp. If you're a Calm Mind set, you'd be Calm Mind Will-O-Wisp probably, with dual stab and maybe a Z move or something like that. So maybe you can try and beat down T-Target. You can Calm Mind up, and then you can burn it, then you hit it up with the Z fire move and try and beat it down that way. Though you're probably going to see this more or less choice locked, especially for like Ghost. We just faced competition from other Scarfers on Ghost, like Gengar. Yeah, basically Gengar. And Gengar can actually... this thing hits fairies too. Like, I think this will be alright. This thing should be pretty good, in my opinion. Though I really wish I got fighting coverage. Essentially, Dust Lightning Rock's going to be really bad. I mean, Rock's pretty bad in this meta, and Lightning Rock's no better. It doesn't even get Sand Rush, and its Z move, it does get a special Z move that doesn't actually boost its it doesn't actually boost. It get boosted by Tough Claws, which is unfortunate. So next we have the new moves. Searing Sunrays Smash is the Z move for Duskmane, Necrozma / regular Solgaleo can also use it as well. Base 200 before stab, I'm pretty sure. Ignores target's ability, ignores target, same thing, but Ghost type, Menacing, Moonrays, Maelstrom. Like, these names are crazy, and they have like I think it's called alliteration in grammar, but like they all start with the same letter. And then we have like Duskwing's, I mean not Duskwing, we have Ultra Necrozma getting Light That Burns the Sky, which is a special Z move, a Z move specific to Necrozma. Goes off Photon Geyser and does, you know, the same thing as Photon Geyser. I actually have a video of it right here. I don't want to click the wrong thing. Yeah, so here's the Z move for Necrozma. Somebody actually like data mined it. So shout out to Zeogran for actually getting this footage. So let's actually, oh crap, wait. So let's actually just watch this. This animation is sick. Like, it's so cool. Like, look at this crap. Game Freak overdid themselves. I wish I could, can I just zoom in a bit? There we go. Look at this. I like the text too. Like, look at this. Like, what? Look at this animation. He just like sucks up all this energy from the earth and just like puts it into this big ball of energy and just throws it. Look at this poor Wingle. I feel bad for that Wingle. And it just explodes. Look at this. It's like a nuclear explosion. Just destroyed. Like, I feel bad for that Wingle. But yeah, that's Necrozma's news. Z move. Let me just go back here. The name is Flames, but other than that, yeah. We're new about Clangor's Soul Blaze. Mimikyu does get a special Z move, though. This kind of sucks because if it was a Ghost type move that was base 190, we can actually run a quick calc right here. Wrong thing. Because one of the mons that like plagues Fairy is Mega Venusaur. It's gonna wall everything on Fairy, but it would have been really cool if like Jolly, Ghostia. We don't have to put Ghostia actually. Just put Shadow Claw. And let's say it was base 190. Like, it would have been really cool if it was Flying Memory, doesn't matter. Yeah, so if this was at +2, it'd actually kill. This isn't max though. The standard Monotype Venusaur is this. It runs a little bit more defense, but +2 would be able to KO nearly max defense Venusaur after Stealth Rock, which is like it plagues Fairy, and obviously Muck would not be able to come in on a play rough, so like it kind of sucks that its special Z move ended up being Fairy, because now we know that probably like not gonna run. I don't think Mimikyu is gonna be that good in my. It's not that good to begin with, but like I really hoped it was like a Ghost type Z move that I was gonna get, so that I can actually KO Venusaur and actually have a niche rather than just being like a matchup pick. And when you're expecting Psychic or something in a tournament, or if you're just trying to use something over Clefable, which is cool, I guess. So yeah, we got Photon Geyser, which is base 100. Mind Blown, the Z move version of it is base 200. Plasma Fist turns into Gigball Half with base 180. Neural Force, and yeah, that's all the new news. So I hope you guys enjoyed my me going over this, because I just wanted to like talk about this for the Monotype. Zeraora. I think Zeraora is going to be really cool. This mon might get banned. It might get suspected and banned. This is like way too much for the Monotype tier, in my opinion. This speed is crazy. Being able to boost either one of these based on how you invest into it, if you're modest or max speed. +2 Dragonium does like 91%, I think, to Heatran. Let me actually calculate real quick. So the standard set in Monotype is just offensive. So let's just give it this thing. I think it's 127. Let's give this boy max special attack and +2. Give it Draco Meteor Z move at +2 and make it a dragon type. Dragon. Yeah, so +2 Dragonium does 91.9 to 108 to Heatran. So all you need is Stealth Rock up, and you can pretty much nasty plot on anything versus Steel. There's nothing that really, I guess, because like you're gonna force switches because you do have that Fire Blast, so they're gonna fear the Fire Blast, and you can just nasty plot up. You're gonna OHKO the Heatran. And once you kill something, you're gonna get a speed boost. So now even Excadrill cannot kill you with the Excadrill can't even revenge kill you. So I'm pretty sure this thing will be banned. Like I don't see how this thing could stay in the tier, though it may. I mean, I may be wrong, but like Specs just seems like it's going to be really broken because it's going to be able to boost, like the Spec said, it's going to be boosting its speed and let it not be revenge killed with having really good coverage moves and Sludge Wave, Draco Meteor, Fire Blast, and last move is probably going to be Hidden Power Ground to hit Heatran, because I do not think it gets like, or maybe Thunderbolt, but I don't really think it gets Fire Blast. I mean, does it get Earth Power? Nope. Does it get Focus Blast? No. It doesn't seem to get any other like good coverage moves. I can see this. Actually, the Spec set, you wouldn't even bother running Hidden Power Ground. You'd probably just run Dragon Pulse or Draco. That way you don't have to lower your stats and you can try and sweep after getting a speed boost. So yeah, I don't know. This mon seems super busted, and I'm definitely gonna be this thing and Zeraora. I'm gonna be using a lot. This thing I don't really care about. It's super gimmicky and like it's on both types that are pretty bad in this metagame right now. So I don't see. It's definitely gonna get used, but it's not gonna be that good anyway. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully with like moveset videos, which I'm gonna do for like all the new movesets and stuff for some of these mons that are actually relevant in the tier. I don't want to do mons that like no one cares about, because like loads of mons got defog, but there's some actual notable ones that you can actually use in the Monotype meta. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.